Today is the day you should have triggered that bell. You understand me? Today is the day you should have triggered that bell because we are live. It is the Academy Sports Show right here, coming from you live off of Joel's Facebook and off of the YouTube. I just got my notification. Did you get yours? Because you know why? Because I subscribed to Academy Sports Show on YouTube and I triggered that bell on Academy Sports Show. That way I get a notification every time we go live. So thank you guys for logging into the show. my studio audience here. Thank you guys for logging into the show. Whether it be Facebook or YouTube. Thank you. As you come into the show, please make sure you share. Make sure you share the feed, whether you're on Facebook or if you're on YouTube. Please make sure you share. Late start today, but you know we are adults with live, so please give us grace if anything. But we got a great show lined up for you. We got Monday Night Football coming up behind us, so it's a good football night. It's a good sports week. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it with the breakdown, Mr. Joel Williams.
What's good, everybody? No, Perry, you did not miss a thing, brother. That's right. We starting. We told you we got lives, but we here. We always here. And if you got the bell hook up, then you already know when the show is starting. Produced by PD's in the building, man. Welcome to the show. DC, what up, man? I see. What up, though, from LA? Are you at the game tonight? That'll be interesting. DC, you at the game tonight watching that Rams and Niners game? OBJ. The curse has begun, as Andre would say. Robert Woods goes down with an ACL injury. OBJ now gets a more predominant role. Coincidence? I think not. Perry is in the building. Welcome to the show, everybody, man. We got a great show ahead for you tonight, man. We're going to get right into it. Hey, man, college football is piping hot right now. It's piping hot. College football is in the building. Top 5 has been released. Last week, it was the top 7 because of the controversial 6 and 7 choice of Michigan and Michigan State. Michigan being, they are in San Francisco. You are right, DC. Michigan being the number 6 ranked team in the country, Michigan State being the number 7 ranked team in the country, and Michigan lost to them. The committee came out and made some comments about that. Well, the college football weekend took place this past weekend. No big shakeups, but some big games, big wins. Tonight, we talk about who is the best team in college football, who is the top, who are at the top. Is there a reality of something being different this year? Are we just playing the same old game? Also, the NFL is being the NFL. We wrap it up tonight with Rams and Niners. OBJ is in LA, released by the Browns last week. Clear waivers in LA on a veterans minimum, getting paid another $4 million by the Browns for the remainder of the season. Will he make an impact? Plus, many other stories in the NFL right now, and you know we got to do our top 5. And once again, there were some losers last week. So what might the top 5 be tonight? Will there be controversy? Will Dre and Jay Willow 2 have a moment and be together like they were last week? You saw their top 5s last week. They were on the same page from a conceptual standpoint. But we'll see what things look like tonight as we talk about the top 5. Also, we got trivia. It's 1-1. It's 1-1. Who's taking the lead tonight? Will it be me or will it be the field? Get ready, because that's first up as we get ready for tonight's show. Appreciate you joining us. In the building said, Cavs, put it on Boston. Man, New England put it on the Cavs, on the Browns, so I cannot even begin to yell that word today. And I was rooting for the Lions yesterday, and they
Baker! This is for you!
So that and much more tonight on the Academy Sports Show. Live.
All right, let's get right into it. It is trivia night.
Trivia night. Dun, dun, dun.
As he says, he is 1-1 right now, so make sure y'all get ready. His rules, not mine. You can't use your Googles.
Yeah, that's because I can Google too now. Come on.
That's not fair though. Come on, man.
It's fair for them to use Google, but
it's got a Carmelo. It's got to come off the dome.
It's got to.
All right, so here are the rules to trivia night. Joel is correct. He is 1-1. The field has won, and he has won. I give a trivia question. He has to answer that question correctly. Now, is he looking away from the comment section, or the first person that puts the correct answer in the comment section wins? Are we still forging these rules?
No, I answer or comment comes up. Whoever's first.
So whoever answers correctly first wins. Your wrong answer will not be penalized by the comment section, but his wrong answer is definitely penalized.
Right. So I get one shot.
You gotta beat him. You gotta win Ben Stein's money without the money. Do you understand? All right. Does everybody understand the rules as we've stated them?
I understand.
All right. Thank you. It's all it's me and you, sir. There's the only two people here. All right. So I feel like this is a softball. Okay.
Okay. Feel like this is a softball.
I feel like this is a softball.
All right.
We did NFL, then we did NBA. Now we back to NFL.
Okay, NFL.
Put your NFL cap on. All right. The youngest quarterback to start and win a Super Bowl is the youngest quarterback to start and win a Super Bowl is
Aaron Rodgers.
Are we locking this in?
Lock it in.
Lock it in. I just want to pause and wait for anybody.
Since I locked it in, I can Google it, right?
Oh,
no, I'll let you tell me if I'm right.
Yeah, let me.
You said youngest quarterback to start and win a Super Bowl.
Youngest quarterback to start and win a Super Bowl.
And you're not going deep in history. You're keeping this relevant.
23 years of age and 340 days.
Ooh, dang, that young?
That young.
Shoot.
If you had a second pick, what would have it been?
Hold on. Oh, crap. If I had a second pick, it would be Tom Brady.
The correct answer is Big Ben Roethlisberger.
Dennis got it.
The correct answer is Big Ben Roethlisberger. I'm sorry, sir. You did not win this week.
I'm now down 2-1.
You're now down 2-1.
Right.
Was that hard? Do you think that was a hard question?
No.
Because I feel like it's relevant. It's in the last 10, 15 years.
Yeah, look at this over here. Take this L, bro. No, so the pressure for me is there's a time element. So it's like I'm trying to process, okay, Super Bowl winners, and like how far back do I go? And so then I went, okay, relevance, softball, probably something that I should get because I should know it because I'm an Aaron Rodgers fan. Aaron Rodgers.
Like yourself. Maybe I should have left softball out. Maybe it's my fault. It was added pressure of softball.
I won't let you own that. I lost. I didn't guess the right.
All right, the field has won. Pat yourselves on the back here. Pat yourselves on the back. You have beat Joel in trivia night. Congratulations. You guys are 2-1. He is 1-2. Please make sure you trigger that bell so you get a notification every time we go live because it could be 7. It could be 7:15. It could be 7:40 when we go live. So you can be present for trivia night. So triggering that bell is extremely important here at the Academy of Sports Show. All right. And if you got a trivia question, hit me up with it. Let me know. It's Stump Joel 2.0. Here we go.
Right.
What the meme?
What the meme?
I switched it up this time. I made it a little fun this time. Maybe some of these dates you, maybe some of them don't. Pick your all-time sports game rotation.
Ooh.
Pick your all-time sports game rotation. You got $15. Me, I picked one from each line because I really enjoyed this. I had to go NCAA football, even though I really enjoyed 2K11. I think that was the best 2K. But I'm not a FIFA guy, and I never played NBA Street. So I'm going.
FIFA's the old FIFAs. I used to eat on them boys.
I never played FIFA. I play FIFA's demos.
Download demo.
I downloaded a demo here and there, but I never played like a full season of FIFA. But the NCAA football 14, listen, the gameplay, but it was everything else.
Storyline,
creating a program, taking Troy to the championship game.
Come on.
You know, I never.
Is that the one? And you go through high school. You got to play your high school season.
I never played as Michigan. I never played as a 5-star team. I played as Western Michigan. I played as Athens. I played as a sucky team, and I built my program from the bottom up.
Okay, I never went that far.
I love
is this okay? So this was the one with that's the one with you played in high school, right?
You can do the story mode as yourself, but I did like the campaign mode mostly, where you pick a program.
Both. Yeah, I always pick Michigan.
Yeah, I don't, because you get all the recruits, you get everybody you want. Everybody wants to go there.
No, that's not true. You still got to work. You still got to work and get your recruits. That's true. It's harder to be Athens and get,
but not as much. As much. You know, I'll be Western Michigan, and I try to make me a pipeline to Ohio, make me a pipeline to Florida by trying to recruit. Give me a couple guys, you know, get somebody to get to the league, change my schedule, get all those softballs out there and go play Texas first game of the season. So I tried to go the hard route. So NCAA football 14 is my $5. I'm going fight night as my $4, even though I did play me some Tiger Woods. Don't judge me. Number 3, SmackDown versus Raw. The greatest wrestling video game of all time. $2. I gotta go Blitz. I used to play this pre-adolescence all the time. Like the hits, playing as Atlanta Falcons, just going out and destroying people. I loved Blitz. And then my $1 one is quite obviously Wii Sports. And that's how I spend my $15.
Man, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not going from every line, but I'm definitely going NCAA football any year. Like, it actually doesn't matter for me. The campaign mode was dope, but then when they added the story mode where you could be the high school recruit, like that just made it. It's like, okay, I'm about to play my whole senior season, get recruited. I would end up going to a different school, like not Michigan.
Yeah,
and be somewhere and try to, get, do it all. And then after that's done, I still can go play campaign mode and build my program. It was just, even when they took the names away and it was just numbers, like you knew who those numbers were.
I remember when somebody told me that you can generate the names.
Yes.
Like I'm just playing as number 7 and number 42 and number 60.
Yes.
It was like, bro, you can go over here and go to Career Builder. Yep. And auto-generate the name. I was like,
yeah, bro.
I was in a whole new world.
Yep. Yeah, crazy. So it's crazy, man. Like, listen, it's anything NCAA. So I'm spending $5 on that for sure. I played Tiger Woods, sir. That's a definitely $4 pick for me. There's no judgment here. I'm actually skipping the $3 line. I'm going down to the $2 line. Give me NBA Jam. He's heating up. He's on fire. Sir, there's nothing. That was classic on the system and at the bowling alley when we used to bowl. Me and Perry used to bowl, bro. And they had the arcades in the middle. And on Saturday mornings, you come in, you play, and then you go roll. Then after you're done rolling, you go back up and play some more. Mortal Kombat, NBA Jams, classic arcade games. So I'm all day with Jam. And then I'm on to the $1 line and getting
mine wasn't Jam. Mine was NBA Hang Time. You remember that one?
Oh,
That was mine.
Okay. I'm going down to the $1 line. Give me Wii Sports. And is that Mario? What is that? Mario and Sonic? What is that?
That's new. You don't know nothing about that. That's Mario Sonic Olympics.
Oh, I thought that was Mario Kart.
All
right, give me Wii Sports, and then just give me NBA Live before 2K came out. Live was the game. Before 2K came out, give me Live. Live was the joint. Like before they came out with these 2Ks,
quickly though. It died quick.
No, it didn't really though. Look at the games at $5. You got 2K11 at $1. That's NBA Live 05. Live had a nice run.
Live, I feel like Live. I don't know. I feel
Live
like
had a nice run.
Over to 2K by 2003.
No, I don't. No,
because 2K and 2K1. I think that was Iverson. I don't know. I remember the one with. I played the one with Jason Kidd. I had the NBA Live with Jason Kidd on it. I remember that one. I don't remember what year that was.
Bro, I feel like 2K11 being a $5 tells you when 2K became strong.
But that was the best one though. That was the crescendo. That was the best. I feel like every one is a variation of the best ones of these.
I think that's when 2K took Live out. It was probably
because Live wasn't making video games back then. I feel like when was NBA Live's last video game?
I don't know. We had to Google that. Because I'm that Live, like for early play, and that's generation 2. Like my early years, Live was the jump. Live was the game, bro. And then 2K came along, but Live was the game. You probably are a 2K generation.
Last release was 2019, but nobody was playing it back then.
Nobody's playing. Yeah, nobody's been playing that. It's probably been a good 10 years. Early 2000s, Live was on fire.
NBA Hang Time.
Yeah, I don't remember Hang Time, bro.
Baseline leaner. You don't remember NBA Hang Time?
Even you got some people in the chat like Hang Time.
Man, NBA Hang Time. Oh man, y'all tripping.
The people have spoken. James said NCAA football. Give me ESPN 2K football. See, anything ESPN on video games for me was like, nah. Give me NCAA college 2K. And then give me football, ESPN 2K football, NCAA college football, and I'm assuming and 2K. All right, let's see. Kobe. Madden, Tiger Woods, Wii Sports, NCAA. Perry said, Hang Time? I don't know about Hang Time.
NBA.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, it was 90s and early 2000s for Live. NBA Live was fantastic, especially 95. I'm telling you, bro.
I feel like I feel like the Ben Wallace one and the Iverson one, that's when 2K was like, all right, here we come. And then after that, it was a wrap.
PD said Live 03, Madden, Fight Night, and NCAA.
I used to love Fight Night.
The last good Live had Gilbert Arenas on it.
I used to love Fight Night, bro.
That's a good one, bro.
I used to like, man, Winky Wright. Nobody could touch him. A long left-handed dude. He would just be back
put
here.
Like Mike Tyson's punch out on this boy. I would have been like, let's go.
Oh man, yeah, you're going back too far back.
What? That's a classic.
Too far back.
Man.
Yeah, I've never played NBA Street. I've never played Rocket League. I did play Tony Hawk, but I never played this skate game. UFC, I've dabbled in, but once you go 10-0 and then they start doing submissions, then I can't hang no more, because then you got to start doing all this stuff to get out the submission.
You played it. You played the game. I don't know what you're talking about.
You can't do none of that.
I never played Blitz because it was unrealistic to me. It was like blowing people up and like, I'm like, this is a good time.
You missed a good time. All right, appreciate you guys. Next up, you got to throw a start bench cut in there. Look at the jerseys. Look at these Heisman quarterbacks. You got Cam Newton, Auburn. You got Tim Tebow, Florida. You got Vince Young, Texas. Start, bench, cut these guys' careers. Collegiate careers.
Collegiate only.
Collegiate only. Ready to Rumble, produced by P. No, I don't remember Ready to Rumble.
I remember it, but I didn't play that either.
Yeah, well, PD starting Cam.
I'm gonna go start, bench, cut. I'm gonna go start, Cam, bench, Vince, cut, Tebow.
Listen, they said Tebow is the greatest collegiate quarterback of all time.
He was not.
Every article that I read to prepare for this start, bench, cut, they said Tebow was the greatest collegiate quarterback of all time. And you're cutting him.
I'm cutting him. Like Cam to me, just physical specimen, just Cam. Vince was a winner. I mean, Tebow was a winner too. Vince was the
I was about
Vince
to
to me. Vince was. I'm not saying Tebow wasn't. Just say Vince's winning was. Vince was. I don't think he can. Oh, let me show you. Tim had squads and they won, and he led them, and they got dubs. Vince to me, like it was like this man carried. Like let's go. Like they make the big deal about the speech, Tebow in the locker room and all that. Come on, man. Like
you just don't like him because he's corny. You're punishing him for being corny.
What Vince did was crazy.
You're punishing him for being corny.
Yeah, but it's a tough one though. That the Tebow is tough. But I'm starting Cam. I'm benching Vince and I'm cutting Tebow. And we all over the place too. Petey said Cam, not even close. Perry said start Tebow, bench Cam, cut Vince. Petey said start Cam, bench Vince, cut Tim. Dennis said Cam, bench Vince, cut Tim. Tim, you getting the cuts, bro. James said start Vince. Bench Cam, cut Tim. Perry just pointed out one of the most decorated college careers.
Three seasons as a starter. Tim Tebow, 35-6, 145 touchdowns, 169.7 QB rate. 2007 Heisman Trophy winner, third in 2008, fifth in 2009, consensus All-American, 2 national titles, 2 SEC titles. The most decorated quarterback the game has ever seen. Timothy Tebow.
So can I change my mind because I've been swayed by the stats?
All right, here we go.
I'll
Vince Young. I know that was a troll. Vince Young. Because you was gonna say Star Cam. Vince, you was gonna say the same thing that you said. Vince Young, 30-2 in 2 seasons. 2 full seasons, 1 partial season, 81 touchdown, 144.9 QB rating, second in Heisman Trophy, consensus All-American, 1 national title, 1 Big 12 title.
Pretty good too.
2-time Rose Bowl MVP.
Arguably, some people say that game that he won in the Rose Bowl is one of the greatest games ever played in college football.
For sure. Cam Newton, 14-0, 1 season, Auburn.
Physical specimen.
51 touchdowns.
Beast. 51 touchdowns. 51 touchdowns. Just that's it. 51 touchdowns.
128.0 QB rating. 2010 Heisman Trophy winner, consensus All-American, 1 national title, 1 SEC title.
Everything. 1 year. I'm out to the league.
Cam Newton has the most efficient passing season in college football history. Won everything in sight. That's what they wrote. Won everything in sight. Oh, my God. Number 1 overall draft pick.
Perry said people just don't like Tebow. Pure bias. I don't really have nothing against him, to be honest with you. The numbers are real. Like, listen, the man. I mean, you probably if your team lost to him, you hated his guts.
Yeah,
it's like That was back when Florida just kept being fast and just pure, like they were built on speed and just finesse and power. I mean, they had it all. There's the Urban Meyer days, right? So I don't have nothing against them. There is a bias out there though against them. There are people who don't really care for him. So I mean, he can get on my bench, but I'm starting Cam regardless.
Had a quarterback that loves grabbing stools. I mean, a head coach that loves grabbing stools. A racist receiver and a killer tight end.
This is not good. Oh,
they were stacked. Yes, sir. I'm going to go start Cam, bench Tebow, cut Vince. That's right.
Petey said, I'm going off the type of scheme I'm trying to run. Tebow doesn't fit.
way to word it back.
Way to make it work. You made it work.
Doesn't fit my scheme.
All right. Yep. Barry said, now Florida gives a 52 to Samford.
For sure.
Yes, he did invent the jump pass.
Has not been relevant since those Gators.
They've tried.
Yeah. None of these teams, to be honest with you, Texas.
They're still trying to recover. Auburn
ain't been. Bo Nix ain't the next Cam Newton. All right. Last up. Start, bench, cut.
Man.
Pop, Coach Pat Riley, and the Zen Master himself, Phil Jackson.
You go first.
Oh,
this is easy money for me.
Chris Rock has a joke how you unite all black people by making one man president, and that's Coach Pat Riley. He'll make anything happen. Listen, I'm gonna go start Pop. I'm a bench Pat, and I'm cutting the Zen Master. Cut him, because I don't have Kobe, Shaq, and Michael Jordan on my team, so he wouldn't like it.
Wow, there we go, penalizing folks for things that happen because they happen, but okay. I'm gonna just set this based on rings.
Oh my God!
Come on, man. What are we doing here? Bro, what are we doing here? You're gonna penalize this man because he had great players. You have to make great players great, though. Like there's an element of coaching that's required. Pop has the essential all-time big three. There's a big three because of Pop. Come on. What are we doing? And I think it's interesting that we have a person screaming bias in the chat, pointing out 1 year college wonder. Hype train Cam Newton, shake my head. You want to know who this guy's favorite basketball team is?
Getting personal.
It's the San Antonio Spurs.
Getting personal.
Start, Pop, bench, field, cut, Pat. We're close. Petey agrees. James says start Pat. He Nation bias. We hashtagging now bias.
I love the open biasnesses.
Hey, welcome it. We welcome it.
Biases. However you say that word.
But on this show, you got to back that up, man.
I love it. So that's why you should do it too. Don't go by rings. Go what your heart tells you to do.
I'm gonna tell you what my heart says. What my eyes say. They say start Phil. Bench Pop, cut Pat. Why is Pat in this meme? He does not measure up to Phil and Pop. Are we kidding?
Man.
Phil and Pop? How many rings Pat got?
You want a coach like Coach Pat Riley?
Man, I want a vice president of basketball operations like Pat Riley. That's the Pat Riley I want, sir. Cut Coach Pat Riley, yeah. Coach Pat Riley is infamous because of his style. Now, hold on. My bad. Coach Pat Riley is LA Lakers, right? Young Pat Riley, right? Okay, so I'll give him his credit. Then it was New York Knicks, Miami Heat, into the front office. Sir, I'm sorry. 10, 5, and 2.
He came out of the front office, back to the chair, won the chip, went back up.
10, 5, and 3. Right?
Oh, man. No respect.
10, 5, and 3, right? Is that right?
Phil Jackson wrote a book talking shit about his players that he won championships with.
That's not, listen, I'm not benching the man because of his book. I'm not starting him because of his book. I'm starting him because he won championships. That's why I'm starting him.
Oh, man.
What is with you guys in this Pat Riley?
Listen, Pops has spoken. Put it up.
Perry said, I'm biased most days, sir. S on my chest, and I don't mean Superman. Spurs all day. Man, Pat, Phil, and Pop. Wow. That's, you know what, though? That might be because his generation. 80s.
Poppy just called you old for no reason. No reason. He just went there for no reason, just to make his point.
Ridiculous, man.
I don't see one start Phil. Do you? Not
no.
One.
Not one start Phil.
You are in the minority, sir.
I am. And I'm okay with that today.
That tiger got stripes, and that's all I'm saying. If it walk like a duck and quack like a duck, it's a duck. Go. And I don't want that duck on my bench. I want some dudes that I know I want to play for. People run through walls for Coach Pat Riley. You got to say the whole thing. Like a Tribe Called Quest. Coach Pat Riley. People will run through a wall for him. And then Pop is just that guy. He's just that guy. He's the X's and O's. He knows every rule in the playbook, in the rule book. He knows every play in the playbook. He maximizes his talent to the umpteenth degree. You want guys like that on your bench. USA basketball coach, Popovich. What Phil ever do for anybody? Nothing. He just sit back and let his talent run the game. He sit on his super high chair and just collect those rings.
We're that show. That's who we are. That's what he did. That's all he did.
Coach Pat Riley.
That's all he did.
You disrespected Coach Pat Riley.
I said I want Coach Pat Riley to be my VP of basketball operations. That's what I said.
Oh man.
You just said that all Phil Jackson did was just sit there. But okay.
Triangle. Run my triangle. Almost destroyed Carmelo Anthony's career single-handedly. Triangle.
Wow. Almost destroyed Carmelo.
Did he not?
Carmelo didn't play at all. Carmelo didn't suck it up himself.
He was forced to play a triangle offense that was outdated.
Carmelo was forced to actually pass the ball.
He was forced to play in a triangle offense that was outdated. That was not
playing team basketball.
And then got his good name tarnished by this man.
Right.
And then told LeBron him and his posse need to slow their roll.
I didn't know. Okay, so that's a different. When maybe you should give disclaimers when we do this. Hey, there's a race element here.
Nah, just who you want on your bench, bro. Who you want on your bench? That's how I thought about it. You going to buy rings and stuff. Who I want on my bench? Coach Pat Riley, and Greg Popovich. That's who I want on my bench.
Hey, listen. Petey said, my team got to have 2 possessions per person every possession. 2 passes per person every possession in their contracts, and I know Pop will make sure that they do. Petey's he's really thinking it through tonight.
It'll happen.
We appreciate it.
All right, so that's what the meme, man. Appreciate y'all. It was tough on these meme streets, so I had to make my own. So hopefully y'all appreciate my memes.
Oh, yes, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate
it. Doing it on your own.
Behind the scenes that went behind this show. So thank you very much for liking my memes.
Hey, Pat's got 5 or 6 rings. James wanted me to point out that you're counting, and he's counting the front office rings. By the way, he's got to be. And
the player range.
That's cool.
Coach Pat Riley.
5.
Jordan, Shaq, and Kobe.
Yeah, man. Hey, that's like, hey, listen. If we get a Jordan, Shaq, or Kobe on our football team, you're gonna let people diminish our Super Bowl because
are you gonna actually coach them, or you just gonna sit on your high chair and let them do what they want to do?
I'm gonna coach them. But
all right,
if they're qualified to call their own plays, you know, if JoJo has some people with him, would I let him run the offense? Probably.
The whole season?
No, but come on, that's not what. Now you're being disrespectful, but it's okay. There's a bias here as well.
I'm not just saying. I'm just saying.
I'm not just saying.
All right, here we go. Old graphic, so I couldn't find the updated one, but these are the general teams.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, these are the general teams from last week.
They'll stay the same. Everybody won. Yeah, everybody won. They'll stay the same. Everybody won.
So, sir, I just got a question for you and for the audience here. Who's the best team in college football right now?
Yeah, man. Listen, I don't know if the audience is going to agree with me or not. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. If I'm looking at just straight up eye test, like just watching these dudes play, which I've done, the best team in college football is ranked number 1. It's Georgia. It's Georgia, man. It's close. Bama's there. They always are. But when I look at flaws for each team, there's one thing about Georgia, to me, they could cover their flaw. Like, to me, it's offensive. It's quarterback play for Georgia. Quarterback's been good. He's been great. He's had moments. But that defense can cover up just about everything. So it's like whatever deficiencies they have on offense, defensively, this defense is just different. They build different. They act different. Alabama, right there. But if there was ever a year, I'll say this about Alabama and I'll say this about Ohio State. If there's ever a year that you want to knock this team off, like A&M has and like Oregon has, this is a year. Alabama, consistency. Offensive consistency from Alabama. Ohio State, defensive consistency. Ohio State has probably, arguably, the best offense in college football. Defensively, consistency. And then there's Oregon. I'm not big on the Oregon Ducks. PD is screaming, Oregon, go Ducks. Oregon reminds me of they're so nice to have them there. They're flashy. They got the nice jerseys. Just remind me again, who have they beaten? You beat Ohio State early.
That Ohio State victory is keeping them. It's keeping them right now.
There. Yes, but they beat them early though. You beat Ohio State early with a young quarterback and a defense that had holes, that was trying to find its footing, and an offense that wasn't revving full steam yet. We're talking about a team that was
Odell gets the first catch of the game.
Oh God! Talking about a team that was getting an Ohio State team that was struggling with some teams early on because they were trying to find their footing. But I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I would say right now Ohio State's a better team than Oregon.
Okay.
I want to know who Oregon is beating. It's kind of how I feel about it. If you get to that 5, 6, and 7 range, I think Michigan and Michigan State are both better than Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
I think Cincinnati has a big win with the Notre Dame situation. They went and got Notre Dame and beat them. Cincinnati to me won their games that they needed to win, the big games that they needed to win at the right time.
Yeah.
And now they're riding that wave because unfortunately there ain't much left for Cincinnati to try to be impressive.
So when it comes down to it, does that 4 spot go down to? It's probably going to come down to Cincinnati and Oregon. So do you put an undefeated Cincinnati or a 1-loss champion Oregon in there?
I'm going to tell you like this. If the way this is shaping up right now, this can get messy. Okay. Now, the way this shapes up, you still got Georgia and Alabama have to play in the SEC championship game. And obviously, you still got the Michigan-Ohio State game. You still got the Michigan State-Ohio State game. To me, Cincinnati needs chaos to get in. If the top 4 win out, I still think the top 4 remains the same because I think Michigan State's, if we just go ahead and move forward to predicting what I think happens like this week, I think Michigan State loses to Ohio State. I think the Georgia-Alabama game is just going to decide who's 1 and who's 4 because I don't think you can drop Georgia or Alabama out of the top 4 for losing to one another.
I mean, if Alabama is a bad loss and they're 2 losses, that's the only outside possible. If Georgia dominates Bama and they're a 2-loss team.
If Georgia, okay, so this is the way, to me, this is the only way Alabama gets out. Georgia dominates them in the SEC championship game because I think they both went out. Georgia dominates them in the SEC championship game. Michigan beats Ohio State. And Oregon wins and Cincinnati wins. The only way Alabama, to me, falls is if Georgia dominates them. Bama's got to get blown out. And I'm sorry, Bama just don't. That doesn't.
It's got to be 52-7.
It's got to be ugly. Like, that just doesn't happen. Like, again, Georgia's defense is there, but I think that's going to be a slugfest. I just think Georgia can beat them because I think their offense is more consistent this year than Alabama. Cincinnati needs mass casualty situation here. Cincinnati needs, I think Cincinnati needs Michigan State to beat Ohio State right away. So Cincinnati can slide in.
It's going to be crazy then because you're putting a 2-loss Bama over an undefeated Cincinnati.
Yeah, because Bama's 2 losses would be against the number 1 team in the country and a Texas A&M team that's been pretty stout this year. So you're looking at competition. Cincinnati technically has 1 big win, and that's Notre Dame.
Okay.
Now, Perry's calling me out. So Perry says if Bama loses, they're out. I can see where you're at because he's on the same page you are. That's 2 losses, right? But that's a number 2 team in the country that when you watch them play, if you watch them play, there's no way you could tell me Cincinnati's better than them. There's no way. And I'm not trying to get a Michigan beat Ohio State moment. I'm not ready to give my prediction for you, but I can tell you now, I'm going to be a realist that day. I'm not on the Monday of next week when we have to predict this game. I'm going to be a realist.
Well, that's on them then, because they shouldn't have put Cincinnati. They should have not have put Cincinnati ranked so high there, because they set themselves up for that then. Because then true. Next year is going to go into, well, you should let 2 more teams in. You should let 4 more teams in.
Yeah, we do that.
Because it's going to be an undefeated Cincinnati sitting there at 5, wondering why they didn't get in, and they went undefeated with their schedule, and you let a 2-loss Alabama in. That's going to be the discussion.
Well, so listen to Cincinnati's wins.
Because 3 is going to be whoever wins the Big Ten.
I'm telling you what's going to happen. Alabama, like, I could be wrong, and it's very fair to say a 2-loss team doesn't deserve to get in. What I don't understand is if the only other loss Bama has sitting at number 2 is to Georgia, and you get a situation where, let's say Ohio State wins out, they're in, right? That's a 1-loss Big Ten champ.
Yep.
Let's say Michigan wins out, they're in. That's a 1-loss Big Ten champ.
No, they both can't be Big Ten champs.
No, I'm saying, let's say Michigan wins out. If Michigan wins out, Ohio State loses.
Yeah, right? That's what I'm saying. That 3 seed is locked up by whoever wins the Big Ten to me.
Like, Oregon, who do you have left? Oregon does. So Oregon, no matter who they have left, if they went out, they could fall to 4 because that Michigan, Ohio State, one of them coming out of the Big Ten could trump that, or they could stay at 3. Like, I could see Oregon getting jumped, but I could see Alabama losing and falling to 4 and not falling out. You guys have a good argument they could fall out. Georgia, to me,
Big 12 doesn't have a championship game, right?
Big 12 doesn't have a championship.
I mean, Pac-10 does.
Pac-12.
Pac-12 does.
No, Pac-12 has a championship game. Big 12 doesn't.
Okay.
Georgia, to me, if they get to the SEC championship and lose to Bama, Georgia, to me, stays in. 1 loss, Georgia, to me, is in. You've been number 1 team, best defense in the country by far. You stay in. That means Bama becomes your number 1. Oregon moves up, and still the winner The winner of Michigan, Ohio State, to me, I'm assuming Michigan State's not going to win this weekend. The win Michigan, Ohio State, I think, is the other team. I think Cincinnati is going to get screwed. Cincinnati beat Miami of Ohio, Murray State, Indiana. By the way, Indiana's 0-7 in the Big Ten. Just want to point that out. They got Notre Dame on the road. That's their biggest win. They beat Temple. They beat UCF. They beat Navy. They beat Tulane. They barely beat Tulsa. They beat USF. They play SMU, who at one time was undefeated, and they are no more. They've had bad losses. And then they finish with ECU.
All right, so the college football predictor, 15 teams, the greatest chance to make the college football playoffs. At number 1 is Georgia at 96% at 10-0.
Yep.
Second place right now at 9-1 is Alabama at 64%.
Okay.
They got Notre Dame at 3 at 9-1 at 52%. Ohio State at 4 at 9-1 at 50%. Cincinnati at 43% at 10-0. Michigan at 34%. They got Oregon at 5% at 9-1.
I think Notre Dame's too far away. Sorry, Perry. I think Notre Dame's too far away. Notre Dame needs way too much. Notre Dame, to me, needs Alabama to lose, Georgia to lose, and Ohio State to lose, and Michigan State to lose this week. So they'll get Michigan State, but all of that happening, I just don't see it. I don't see all that happen. Georgia's in. Yes, A&M just lost to Ole Miss, but they're going to give credit to it being the SEC versus Cincinnati playing in the American. Cincinnati's not even in first place in their conference. They're in second. just I'm looking online right now. Cincinnati Bearcats, number 5 team in the country, 10-0. It says they're second in the American. How is that possible? So no, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's why I think they're gonna get screwed. Well, and I don't even think it's screwed, bro. Their best win is Notre Dame. They almost lost to Tulane, who's like 3-5 or 2-3 or something like that at the time. They almost lost to Tulane at home. I don't think Notre Dame gets in. Just too much chaos. I think you're looking at the top 4 teams on this screen. I think Cincinnati has a chance, but Cincinnati needs a Bama and Oregon loss to me. Or even a Bama, Oregon, and Ohio State loss. They need chaos. They're not going to get in because one team lost.
Oregon finishes off with 24 Utah and then Oregon State. So
and then they don't have a Big 12 championship?
Pac-10, yeah.
Pac-12, I'm sorry.
Pac-12.
Yeah, they have a Pac-12.
That's the rest of their schedule.
Yeah. The hardest schedule to finish right now you're looking at is Ohio State, Michigan, Michigan State. Those are the 3 teams that have the hardest finish.
Thanks, Big Ten.
Yep. Everybody else has an easy road till they get to their conference championship. Perry says Cincinnati had a fantastic win in South Bend. Absolutely. That is the crown jewel of their 9-0 season. They went into South Bend and got a dub. Against, by the way, Perry, I think you would agree with me on this, against a Notre Dame team whose offensive line was extremely questionable and who right now is playing really freaking good football. Very good football by Notre Dame. That Notre Dame team against Cincinnati now, I think Notre Dame wins. Then, wasn't surprised that Cincinnati got the win. They were hot. They were the hotness. Notre Dame couldn't.
Why does Cincinnati rank so high then? If they got one quality win and the rest of them are duds, why are they ranked so high? Why did they put them in that situation?
It's the timing of the wins. College football has an element of timing to it. It's just like the Oregon-Ohio State situation. You get credit sometimes, or you get benefit of the doubt sometimes, depending on when you lose. Like Alabama lost to A&M. A&M's now, I think Perry just pointed out, they got 2 losses. So you could argue, okay, then that team's not that good. Then maybe Bama shouldn't have lost.
Alabama is the king of losing at the right time.
True, and you caught Bama early, right? That's
Yeah.
that's it. Ohio State every year plays like their second game of the season is always like that marquee game. It's always some non-conference game. Either they're going somewhere, somebody's coming into the horseshoe, big time Labor Day weekend. Ohio State's playing somebody, and they win it. It catapults them to the top. They lose it. Everybody's going, oh. Is this the year they're going to finally falter? And then they get primed up and they show up in November. Hey, we're back. We're the great white hope of the Big Ten.
All right. Well, so to answer the question, the best team in college football is
Georgia.
And you expect it to continue throughout the season until we get to the playoffs?
I expect this to look eerily similar to the way it will look come time to play the semifinal games. I think the only chance of this changing is whatever happens what happens in the Big Ten. I think the other three to me are a lock, and that's with Alabama losing to Georgia. That's the only place I think I could be wrong at is they're not letting a 2-loss Alabama in. But I want to hear the committee tell me if you're just going to go, oh, Cincinnati's 10-0 or they're 11-0, so they're better than a 2-loss Alabama. Okay, let them two play each other. Ain't nobody in this chat right now. Stick your neck out there for Cincinnati over Bama. Right now, do it.
All right.
I think there's a good chance that you'll see either Michigan or Michigan State or Ohio State in the New Year's 6, even if they don't get to the semifinals. But somebody out of this Big Ten East is going to be in the CFP.
All right. Well, before we get to our top 5, I have a pressing NFL question that I want to ask you.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's not our team, so there's two teams that are trending upwards, and I would like to know, sir, toss up, who do you trust more down the stretch?
Good question.
New England Patriots or the getting it together Kansas City Chiefs?
It's good. This is a very good question. Let me say this to disclaim, because I'll get accused of having a bias. My opinion or my answer has nothing to do with the fact that these dudes just ran roughshod all up and down the Cleveland Browns. I just want to point that out. It is my belief, based on their season so far, highlights, things like that. the New England Patriots had an all-world day. I do not believe that team is that good. I do not believe it. I don't believe Mac Jones is that good. I think they had an all-world day. I really do. I think it was a snowball effect, momentum show. Uncle Mo showed up, and it was wraps. If I have to trust somebody, I got to trust the champs. I got to trust the former champs. I got to trust the ones that have done it before. And if I got to trust somebody, I'm going to trust Pat Mahomes. I'm going to trust Andy Reid. And I know there's the Belichick factor over there.
There's a huge Belichick factor.
Huge Belichick factor. But I don't trust Mac Jones. He's not shown me playoff Mac yet.
You're not watching Patriot games.
I don't trust. He's got to make decisions in the playoffs. Mac Jones at some point is going to have to win them a football game in the playoffs. And
you
I haven't
remember
seen
how
so
bad the Chiefs looked the first 5 weeks of the season.
And now look at how they look. Last night, we saw that, right? You saw it. We recognize that Chiefs team.
I recognize that Chiefs team.
Yeah, recognize that. So who do I trust, right? Who do I trust down the stretch? I trust the Chiefs. When we came into this season, the East was Buffalo's to lose. The Patriots are coming on with a surprise. Like all of a sudden, you got the pundits going, you know what, y'all? I think the Patriots are going to make the playoffs. You got this. Okay, everybody's having this epiphany. But everybody kind of panicked when the Chiefs were like, ooh, something's broken. We said it, something's broken. But if they find it, they become an extremely dangerous team. And I think they're finding it. And I trust them more. I trust the team that found it more than I trust the unknown. And to me, the Patriots have an element of unknown that is not enough.
Okay. Listen, don't let this be another bowl of crow for yourself. Just tone down the Mac Jones slander. Tone down the Patriots slander.
There's no Patriot slander. So I didn't slander though, right? I didn't slander. I just said I don't believe. I think that what we saw on Sunday was an aberration of the New England Patriots.
Okay.
I believe they are very good. I think they're better than we expected. I don't think I trust them over the Chiefs. I can't trust them over the Chiefs down the stretch. I trust the Chiefs. That division is just as tough as the North. That West division, everybody's like 5-6 wins, right? Like, and the North is you got the 6-win Baltimore Ravens, and then you got all these 5-win teams trying to figure it out or whatever. And then you got the one tie team. Like you got all these situations. So, like I'm just saying, I trust the Chiefs. The question is clear. I trust the Chiefs. Trust the Chiefs.
Trust the Chiefs. All right. I would like to trust the Patriots, but I can't. I'm gonna trust the Chiefs.
See how you tried to set me up? See?
I didn't try to set you up. I got to play devil's advocate for a little bit just to make sure you are resolute in your decision. I would like to pick the Patriots because I do think they are surging at this moment. I don't think they're 40 points better than the Browns or whatever they put up. But they are playing good football. I do trust Bill Belichick. He schemes ever since the Chargers game. They've been like on a whole nother level. They do lack weapons. They do lack big plays. So those are two major things that is going to catch up with them later on. They don't have a consistent run game, even though they do run the football. But they don't have that guy who runs the football. They all just kind of run the football. It's the Patriot way, right? I feel like Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs go through these little lulls at different point of the season, and then this year was just a little longer than normal. And then they kick it into gear and they get their stuff together. So I'm gonna trust the Chiefs more to answer the base of the question. Who do I trust more down the stretch? As you have broke it down, I trust the Chiefs more down the stretch, but I am not sleeping on the Patriots.
All right, fair. Before we get to our controversial top 5, because your facial expressions at the beginning of the show during the rundown suggested this is going to get interesting. So we agree going into our last segment here. Yeah, you had a look.
I don't have a look. Mine is vanilla. I got a vanilla. I listen. Just to foreshadow. I really thought about putting the Patriots in. I really did. It was a real big statement win, but not yet. The rest of it, they play the Titans in a couple weeks. They got some big wins that can be had coming up. I was gonna make a little splashy little pick here, but I can hold off another couple weeks.
They're in my top 10. They're in my top 7, top 8. So there was definitely consideration there. You look at some of the details, like you said, that win. I don't think they're 40-some points better either. But they took care of business. Like I don't want to take anything away from them. They took care of business. The Browns' injury situation is ridiculous.
It is.
But they've got some people on their schedule that I think they still have an interesting element of Buffalo Bills competition coming up too. I believe they have to probably still play the Bills again.
I just feel like Bill Belichick is if you got a young quarterback, a young coaching staff, like he'll definitely take advantage of you. Like he'll throw you some stuff.
Definitely. And coaching's winning this game.
Coaching definitely. Like last year was Tom's high from the divorce. This might be Bill's high. The way the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are trending, this might be Bill's year. It's like
you just call them the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I think no. If it was
a Freudian slip.
All right,
so the Pats have Colts, at Saints, Patriots, at Bucks, Panthers, at Patriots. Ooh, that's a tough stretch.
That's brutal.
So they get through that. You're right. They're gonna be sitting in the top 5 for sure.
That's brutal.
Welcome back, Cam.
Lauren said you're a Mac Jones hater.
Not. I have no reason to hate on Mac Jones. He's got to prove. Like, dude's got to prove something, bro. Like, why do I get accused of these things?
Mac Jones is definitely the best rookie quarterback out of all the quarterbacks that were
best rookie quarterback. I agree. Patriots had a great. He said, but no, so he did kind of diminish it a little bit. Patriots had an all-world day, and Josh McDaniels definitely killed Joe Wood their scheme was perfect. Like, they had an all-world day. But to your point, Dre, let's see them as they go through this kind of gauntlet of teams. And there's some big teams out here. There's some teams right here on the list that they have coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what that looks like. And then I think we're going to find out more about. But again, to the trust question, I just trust the Chiefs. It's not like I can't get some more trust in Mac and the Patriots, but I trust the Chiefs right now.
Gotcha. All right, sir. So last week you had Green Bay, Arizona. You had the Titans at 3, Baltimore at 4, Dallas at 5. What you got now?
Yeah, man. Traditional, like I say every week.
Traditional.
You had some losses take place. You had some people move in because of their wins. And returning to my top 5 are the Rams and the Bills.
Rams and the Bills. Welcome back.
Welcome back to my top 5. Rams and Bills got dubs. Got what seemed to be back on track. The Bills bad loss, man. That loss was bad. But again, looking at my debate was like yours, it was New England. Like, do I slide them in? And I feel like Buffalo's still better. Laid an egg against Jacksonville, clearly. Ooh, pick.
Wow.
6.
And they just put the graphic up too about the interception. They just willed that to happen.
The little jinx, the little graphic jinx.
Yeah, they willed that to happen, bro. They just put up an interception graphic. I'm gonna rewind it back.
Graphic jinx right here on Academy Sports.
Yep, right before the play started, 49ers, 3 interceptions. Fewest in the NFL.
Oh,
right before the play started, bro.
Oh, graphic jinx. Tied for second fewest. Graphic jinx. That's horrible. Wow. So yeah, traditional moves. I think these two teams get back in. Hey, Cowboys bounce back. Big dub, Cowboys. Way to come back and statement game it. They didn't come back and just play with them. Came back and made a statement. Say, hey, no, this is who we really are. And then, man, them doggone Tennessee Titans, the bane of my existence. These dudes just keep on playing.
Number 2, huh?
I'm giving them the respect.
Number 2.
Arizona, I dropped you out because
that's egregious. I was gonna call you out on this.
Okay, because last week I dropped the number 2 to 5, right? So how come I didn't? I gave Dallas last week. I dropped him down to 5 after having him at 2. I look at the win though. I look at this Arizona, bro. I ain't gonna say Cam and them. PJ Turner and Cam. They ran roughshod over Arizona after Arizona.
Bro, they didn't have their 3 best players.
Arizona just got a dub without their 3 best players.
Okay, but you can give them some grace, though, can't you? There's no grace.
I lost the grace because they just got the big dub without their best players. So I expected this game to be close because we still talking about the Carolina Panthers, who I think are a little overrated, to be honest with you.
But they was playing with the juice, though. You can't say that was on a whole. They was on a different high.
Okay, you're right. You're right. I had to. You're right. I'm gonna bail myself on that one. You're right. That's a good point.
Off the list without their 3 best players. I don't know. That's a little tough.
All right. Well, Tennessee and Green Bay sit at the top. Green Bay get the dub over a tough Seattle team, returning quarterbacks. No, COVID issue. I knew he was gonna come back and get the dub regardless. Seattle's they're just dismal on offense right now. It's just bad, but their defense is bend don't break. That defense is sick. They hit hard, they play fast. That's consistent in Seattle, but offensively, man, it's tough. Hey, man, I don't know about Tennessee. I don't know that Tennessee's gonna last here. That defense is really good, and they're smacking people in the mouth, bro. But I don't know if they can do this without the running back. I don't think they can do it without King Henry.
Listen, I gotta see, since starting from last week or 2 weeks ago when we put out our solidified list, the wins and losses, they matter, but the eye test matters too. And down the line, I don't want to be looking some type of way. So I gotta go with my gut. My list is my gut feeling. Okay. So that's why
I knew your eyes had.
That's why the Rams are still number one. That's what my gut told me. I still think they the best team in the NFL. Gotta go with my gut.
It's hard for me to question this. Like, I don't know what question I would ask. It just doesn't. It don't feel right though. Like, I get why the Cardinals are at 5 because you just made a great point. I didn't understand the Rams at 1 last week, so I don't understand them still being at 1 this week outside of they didn't lose yet.
I just got to go with my gut. My gut tells me the Rams are better, so I'm going with the Rams. Now, looking at the score and seeing them down 14-0, they got the talent, they got the scheme, they got the coaching. I'm just waiting to put it all together. Now, should Green Bay be number 1? Most people would say that. And I'm okay with that. But this is my list, doggone it, and I'm going to roll with it. Am I a Stafford lover? We reconciled. We reconciled.
Because I was going to point out to Kobe, like, you're not a Stafford lover.
No, not at all. Listen, when he left, I was here on this show. I heard what I said. I said, no hard feelings, Matt. Go do your thing. Dime. Come on, baby. Let's go. So,
what number is Beckham wearing? 3?
3. So I respected the Arizona Cardinals for this week.
Okay.
They go out and lose again, then I gotta make some changes. But I respected them for this one more week. Yeah, bro. Those division games hit different, and they at full strength, +2. I don't think the Robert Woods injury is major because Van Jefferson has stepped up as a third receiver. He can become the second receiver in this offense today, but you expect Odell Beckham to at least know, most of the playbook by next game. So I don't know how many steps they'll miss without Robert Woods, so I don't think that's a huge, significant blow to them. But I don't know. Stafford.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I think it's not significant because you have OBJ, but there's a current significance because there needs to be a ramp up for him, and Jefferson's there in the fold, and OBJ's got to get ramped up to being in this offense with Stafford, and they get on the same page, right?
Same page.
Yeah, I think there's an element of issue there, but I think in the long term, you would like to think, knowing the talent that we know OBJ is, you would like to think that he would fit in and really make this a situation where it should be beneficial for all parties. But that remains to be seen. Like, I think it's interesting with OBJ. If this doesn't work, it's going to be interesting what the narrative is, because he's not a bad locker room guy. Everybody says that. Like, you don't hear that the dude's the bad locker room guy. It's just, it's interesting to see, like, it's going to be interesting to hear if it doesn't work. If it works, it's going to be what we think it is with OBJ. If it doesn't work, though, what do you say? Like, does it become a him thing? Like,
yeah, you got to start looking yourself in the mirror. At that point,
interesting.
Just the biggest overrated wide receiver of all time at that point. one catch kind of defined your career, and everybody was expecting you to build off of that, and you did nothing after.
It never happened. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see.
So, yeah.
Okay, well, Rams, man. I think in your top 5 is that Rams for you, for me.
Listen, Rams lose this game, they not in my top 5 next week.
Wow, they fall out. They don't get a benefit of doubt with the division rival and
no man.
Woo, man.
Stafford went SOL against the Titans 2 weeks ago, and then you lose to your division rival. And if it's bad, all right. Listen, I done caped up for him for too long now. You can't do this to me. You can't do this to me.
That personal.
It is personal.
Well,
it's hella personal. It's hella personal.
There's the drama for next week. If the Rams lose tonight, one of the biggest moments of the show is going to be Dre's top 5.
Throw the dog on football.
Oh, yes, sir. Man, I had him last year, and I remember it's like, really?
I don't want to talk about it. I'm done with fantasy this year. You know what? I'm done with fantasy. I don't even talk about fantasy no more. I'm not setting my lineup no more because this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I'm sure.
Don't be that guy though.
No,
no. Come on, Kamish. Don't be that guy.
No, bro.
Don't be that guy. You hate when others do that. Don't be that.
I'm not done. I'm super done. I'm super done with fantasy. Everybody scores single digits. Like, really? Single freaking digits. Really? I'm done, bro. So, y'all enjoy playing fantasy for the rest of the year. I'm done.
Are OBJ's pads like super huge? I see like his shoulders are like this tonight. Dennis is throwing up the question marks, man. How's Believe Land doing? Hey, man, we hanging tough. Took an L, but I'm hanging in there. I had a bad week. Like I played subs this week, and Aaron Rodgers gave me nothing. But I got popped by Flex. I did. I got popped by Flex.
I'm done, bro. It's a wrap. We're tired.
Flex and I were battling for second place in the West. Oh no, we weren't. Me and Buchanan were, and Flex just got me. He's in 4th, but we'll be 5-5. We'll be tied. It's okay.
You the commissioner next year, bro. I'm handing
Vegas Inferno is on fire, bro.
I'm handing you the commissioner, sir, next year. It's all on you.
Ooh, don't do that, bro. No more. You got it.
My focus is off. Worried about everybody else.
I just don't think you should not set your lineup, though. That's not the way to go.
You put all this hope and love into it and prediction just to get 4 points out of your quarterback.
It happens sometimes, Trey. That's life. Man.
It's happened every week. All right. So thank you for listening to the Academy Sports Show. See, I told you I didn't want to talk about it.
We'll go get a man his respect. About to try to go 10-0.
Yeah.
I've never even seen – that's a first down. I've never seen 10-0 in fantasy. I've never seen somebody actually be this high. I mean, his team is an inferno right now.
It is.
Hey, man, it happens. It happens. They call it a touchdown? Oh, there's Tyler Higbee.
Did he get in?
I don't think he caught it and got in, but okay.
All right, guys. So make sure you follow us on all the – no, the ball and his knee is inbound.
Oh, that's touchdown. That's touchdown. That's clean.
He caught it over the line, but his knee was –
doesn't matter. Once he possesses over the line, the play's over. All he has to do is finish the catch.
No, a body part. Oh, whatever. They kicking.
All he has to do is catch it.
Because if I catch it in the air in the end zone, but then my feet land out of bounds, it's out of bounds.
Correct. But if you catch it in the air in the end zone, the ball broke the plane, and you come down on the other side of the goal line, the ball broke the plane when you possessed it. And I think his knee actually was in there too. But once the ball broke the plane, that's a touchdown as long as he completes the catch. It's not the same on the out of bounds side.
I just need them to win, so I ain't got to take the graphic off for next week. We'll try to get back online on time next week. But you never know. But the best way to do it is make sure you trigger that bell on the YouTube. Make sure you follow us, all that great stuff. If you're watching on Facebook right now, make sure you go on YouTube, find Academy Sports Show, like our faces, subscribe to our faces, and make sure you just share the feed, man. Share it to your best friend, share it to your friend's friend, share it in your group chat, share it to whoever. Just share it. That's all.
Just share it. Bring your friends.
Any other news and notes, sir?
Man, that's it. We'll be shifting as the season gets in, man. We get into our sweet spot with football. We got CFP coming up. Watch out for those rankings. Big games this weekend. Michigan State, Ohio State. Big game this weekend. Also, we got college basketball starting up. The Blue Bloods are back, Perry. The Blue Bloods are back. So we'll see how that goes. And then also the NBA is continuing to go. Remember, if you got anything for us, man, you want us to cover something, let us know. Shout us out. Hit us up. DM us. You got all our information. So if you want us to cover something, we will cover it for you. But we try to get those big stories in, and of course, try to hit the big news of the week, which is always the NFL kind of moving in from football season on our way down. So we'll see how it goes this week, man, and we look forward to doing it again.
I just want you to see this. Just in case. Everybody here, we all family. Russell Wilson got me 5 points. 5. Okay. I'm playing a guy who didn't even start as kicker, and I'm still losing. You understand me? 5, 4, 9, 11, 6, 2. These are real people. They paid millions of dollars for me to lose at fantasy. I'm done. Stick a fork in it. On behalf of myself, Andre Douglas, Joel Williams.
See you guys next week, man. Y'all be here for trivia and Dre's top 10 and pray for his fantasy team. Talk to you guys, top 5, and pray for his fantasy team. He's going to be all right. Talk to you guys later. Thanks for everything. See you next week.